What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This time we're going to go and do the one in the Rito village. It's one of the dots that you get given at the beginning of the game. Once you meet Pura, she will give you 4 dots on the map, and you need to go to the directions and find out the phenomena. And this is the first one, which is like kind of like a dungeon. And then you have to fight it's not a blight, but it's kind of like it's called Jera. It's kind of like one of Ganon's minions, I would have thought. It's really tough, you know, and it's so long that I'm just chopping everything along the way, and I'm just gonna go to the most crucial bits and explain to you exactly what you need to do. So if this is the first time you're here, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's go and play some Tears of the Kingdom. So you're going to go to the Rito village, you're going to meet Tulin, and you get given a mission called Tulin of the Rito village, and you get him added as a profile, and then you get told to go over to this cottage here with the 2 fires, which is just outside of the Rito village, Habra Trailhead Lodge. It's got like you can't miss it because it's got like a dot, that your dot or your target is going to be there, so you can't miss it. So you need to meet Hearth in here, and then he will tell you that Tulin went ahead and he went into a cave, Summit Cave. So you're gonna go and find him and you know, ask him if he can use the power in order to get you over to the top of the clouds. And this is the reason why the blizzard's going on, because there's the scourge of the wind temple is causing all of these bad weather to come along, and it's like snow non-stop. Now we're gonna go over to this area here, and then we're gonna go keep on following the path up. There's gonna be a few baddies along the way, but you just have to get rid of them and just keep on going up until you get to a bonfire, which is going to be right there. It's on the left of the path. It's quite big, you can't miss it from the main path. But if you have trouble, just have a look at the mini map. You know, I managed to put the logo on the left hand side now, so you guys can see the mini map, because I've done that wrong. When you get into this cave, you'll find Laisa, and she tells you that Tulin has gone ahead, and so you're going to have to find him. Just keep following the cave, and you can burning whatever spikes and thorns you see, and then you come to the middle of the cave, and you find Gisan, and Gisan will tell you that Tulin has gone over to the top. So once you get out of this cave, then you're going to need to go to the top. There's like you see like the pine tree right to the top. That tree, I can't remember if it's a pine tree, it's called a pine tree, but it is a specific tree, and it's lonely on the peak. That's where Tulin's going to be, and that's where your main part of the mission is going to start. So just keep on going up. As you can see on the mini-map, I'm right at the top of that peak there. And then you find Tulin here, and he will tell you that what monster, flying monster, has taken his bow, and you're gonna go with him and recover the bow. It is a super long mission, you know. This it took me I'm not exaggerating, 4.5 hours to do this, because I didn't have enough food. I didn't cook enough food before I got to the dungeon, to the wind temple, and obviously there I really struggled to find the things. And your health keeps going down because it's too cold, and I didn't have enough food or clothing that would protect me against the elements. Right, so here you get an updated quest, and you're going to go over to the other side. He will show you how to use the wind tunnel, and then you can just kind of like glide further than you would normally glide without descent. And then you get over to this side in here. We're going to go and recover the bow. You just have to shoot at those guys there up the top. They are tough to get, but it is possible. There you go, just like that. And then Hearth is going to come up, and he's going to say he's going to say to Tulin that he needs to do this with Link, so they can go into the top where the wind temple is, or seeing what the disturbance is, why the weather is like this, and why it doesn't stop snowing. So now it's a really grinding part. You're gonna have to climb all of these platforms in here and use the wind tunnel as well to that Tulin's got in order to get you over to the tricky bits, and you're gonna have to use many different things and like ascend as well in certain platforms. It is really grinding and takes a very long time to get right to the top, but as you can see, once you get to the platforms that are distant, you know, like they look like islands in the sky, really, they're not attached to anything, then you need to keep on going up, and you know, like I'll show you here on the map exactly where I am, but there is a cloud above us, so we obviously not going to be able to see exactly where we are, but this is about that area. It's like in the center. You just have to keep on going up, and as you can see, you can use the ascent power in order to climb some platforms or go above some platforms, because you know, some of them are going to be really difficult to work out what you need to do. I got stuck here a couple of times. Along the way, you're gonna have some shrines. I am going to do these shrines in a separate video, and when you get to this area here, there's going to be another shrine, and there's one shrine that is very easy. You just need to go inside. There's nothing to do. You just have to collect the light of blessing, and just carry on, which is this one here, Canathanum. So this one I'm not even going to do in a separate video, because there is really nothing to do, so it's pointless me doing this one. But it's just like a point where you can teleport to, which is really handy. So once you collect the light blessing, you can go on top of these boats in here, like ships in the sky, as you can see, and you can just bounce off the sails of the top on the top, and keep on bouncing up and going to the next ship. You have to do this quite a few times in order to get above the cloud. As you can see, there's like a hole in the middle of the cloud. This is where you have to go into in order to get to the wind temple. So once you get to this area here and you're really high, and you can see that wind temple in the middle of the clouds, it's time for you to dive down and go to the wind temple, so we can do the trickiest part of this quest, which I think it is, where you have to find 5 turbines that you have to activate in order to unlock 5 locks. And in order to do that, there's a lot that you need to do, and I think this is what it took me the longest, because I didn't have enough food, and in here the weather is really cold, and you keep on losing health, so you keep on using the food that you have, you know, the little food that I had to use it. So when you're ready, just activate the portal in here, and you will find out that you can't really go any further, because only 1 lock is unlocked, and all the other 5 remaining locks are locked. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in here. It's going to be quite a long process. You're going to have to go into many different places, and the boss, I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm going to do it in a separate video, like I did the Thunderblight, Ganons and stuff like that. I'm going to do the dungeon, this is kind of like a dungeon in this video, and I showed you how to get up here, sort of thing, you know, like this video took me 4.5 hours to record, so you can see I had to chop quite a bit to get it down to 17 minutes, which is what I got it down to. If I include the boss as well, that's going to take even longer. So, you know, I'm going to do the shrine. There's one shrine that I need to do, and then there's the boss, Conjega, I think that's the name of it, that I need to do in order to complete the quest. But right, we're going to go down here. As you can see, there's going to be some of these tentacles. They look like paddles, you know, like on the side. You just go onto one of these paddles, and as you can see, it's the one on the right hand side, and you're going to be able to, you see where I am on the actual ship on the mini map, and then you're going to have to jump from the top here and then just go down to the area there, and this is where you find your first turbine. There's going to be a soldier in here. Just get rid of it, and you should be able to do that without much problems. It is not very difficult. So once you've done that, you need to ask Tulin to blow the wind tunnel so you can start off the turbine, and that makes one of the cogs on the top start working again. So we got 4 left to do. This is the first one. There was 5 in total. And then the second one, we're going to go to another side now, We're going to go up to the top once again, and then we're going to go down to this area here. As you can see, it's going to be on the left hand side here. There's going to be an area where you've got some wind, some ice stalactites, and you'll be able to just break them all off and then come down to this area. As you can see, you're in an enclosed area now, and you've got a couple of bats in here that you need to get rid of, and then you see this wheel. You need to use the rewind feature, and so you can spin towards the other side. And once you do that, you can go over to this side in here, and you see there's a lever on the right hand side, and there's a soldier on the left. Just get rid of the soldier quickly, and we're going to go and activate the lever on the left hand side. And you can see in the far left of the room there's going to be a couple of cogs, and some of them are spinning and others are not spinning. They stationary, and that's the ones that we need to get them to spin. And this took me an extreme amount of time, because there are absolutely nothing you can use in here to connect those two cogs, you see. So I had to like improvise, just get some of my weapons on the floor and shields and everything, and then just, you know, glue them to that shaft until the shaft is long enough to touch the other one, and then you can just fuse it exactly like this. And once that happens, you're gonna unlock that gate there, and then we're gonna ask Tulin again to use the wind tunnel and blow into that turbine. And that's going to be our third one activated. So we've got 2 left to go. No, actually, this is the second one that we've activated. The first one was activated automatically, and then this is the second one. So we've got 3 left to do. So now we're going to need to do this one in here. Just use this lever, and then pick up. You see the little ice shaft. I think it's called stalactite. You just have to fuse it to this handle in here that is broken. If you glue it onto that with your ultra hand, and then just use your ultra hand to pick up the ice shaft and spin it to the left, and that's it. That is our third one. So we've got 2 left to do. So we need to ask again Tulin to start off this turbine, or to use the wind tunnel and start off this turbine. And then we're going to go and do the one before the last, the penultimate one, which is going to be on the back. And this one took me an extreme amount of time. So we're going to go in here and jump off, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the left in here, and we're going to go into this area. And in this area here, you have to cross the gap, so you have to ask Tulin to start the wind tunnel. This is the area that's called the lasers. So you see there's many openings on the side. You just have to explore some of the openings on the side, because there's at least 3 of them, and 1 is below. And then when you get to this area here, we're going to go to the floor above. So we're going to use the ascend power to get us to the floor above. And then in here, you're going to see that there's going to be a shaft with some broken I can't even say what it is, like broken paddles. I think that's what it is. So we're going to need to get these broken wall bits in here and fuse them over to that shaft there at the bottom to try to recreate the paddles once again. So just put it like that, and then just grab another one and then just glue it just over here, and you're going to be able to have 2 of them. That should be enough. And now we ask Tulin to just use the wind tunnel once again, and that will spin that shaft and open these bars here on the right hand side. You can go up the ladders here and up the next set of ladders. There's going to be a soldier on the top, so just be careful with that. And we're going to get rid of the soldier, and there's going to be another wind turbine in here. We're going to ask Tulin to use the wind tunnel, and that activates the one before the last, the penultimate turbine. So now what we need to do, these bars here will open. We need to go to the back. The way to get this one is right on top. So I mean, you can use that fan in the center there, and get enough lift. But I thought that this is an easier way to do it. It was harder to do it, to get it right, because of the ice on top of the structure here. But all you need to do is go over to this side in here, just climb up to this structure in here, and then just jump off and hit the top of that sail over there, and that will give you enough lift to get to the top, and use the wind tunnel, Tulin's wind tunnel, and then just go all the way up here, and then all you have to do is glide over to the other side. It will just barely make it because it's got some ice on top and it's quite difficult. Now use your ultra hand to open these latches in here, and there's going to be a couple of these flying creatures. They are new. I can't remember their name now, but they are new. Just get rid of them if you can. There we go. They're not very easy to kill, just one shot and you'll be able to get rid of them. And then open the second latch in here, and then we're going to need to jump down, but there's going to be some lasers, so you have to be really careful. There's quite a few of these lasers here now, but if you time it correctly, you can go through them and then just keep on opening and shutting your glider, and then till you see that there's going to be another turbine in here, and that is our final one to unlock that main hatch at the top. So just use Tulin's wind tunnel again, and there's going to be a chest on the other side. So if you've been grabbing all the chests, I haven't mentioned all the chests because there are just too many in this area. I think I found at least 6. So there's quite a few, so you just have to look around and see, because they're going to be in pretty much all the areas where you've got the turbines. But there's another one hidden down there, so as you get out in here, you might as well just grab this one in here, and that will have a precious stone. Is it a precious stone? No, it's a soldier's blade. And then once you're ready, we're going to go and do the same thing. Open your glider and going to be careful with those lasers again, and just keep on going up. I was really lucky in here, I think. And then once all of that is done, you can just glide off to this main area in here, and we're going to go and fight the boss of this area. I think Conjega or Congela, something like that. So just activate the portal now, and all of the cogs should be working, all of the locks should be in place, and then you should be able to get to unlock their area. So I guess this is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like, consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. I'll be back again with some more Tears of the Kingdom very soon. So thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.